committed genocide, killed men, women, children, took little girls into slavery. Okay. So all of this stuff, would you like tea or coffee? So all of this stuff, if you say that disqualifies him being a prophet, anyway, you get the point?
Yeah, I do, yeah. There's actually a 1,000 years of debate and discourse over just war in Islam.
Oh, say again, sorry?
There's about 1,000, there's 1,000 years of debate and discourse over just war. It isn't just dependent upon those early.
No. But what the Quran,
upon the Quran.
But what the Quran does, it tells you how to behave in situations.
Yes.
So in a situation of warfare, you have a mandate to fight those who fight you.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. There's a verse that says oppression is worse than slaughter. So rather than allow yourself to be oppressed, it's better for you to fight for your freedom.
Yes.
So it is though.
Yeah. Because oppression is worse than slaughter.
What
You're living in subjugation.
So two people who disagree with each other, they both think they're being oppressed
Who's
by
that?
the other. Then you have conflict.
Say it again, sorry.
So you have two different religious groups.
Right.
And they're not getting on. Then you end up with war. So often.
Okay. Do you watch football?
Yeah.
You watch football. Okay. When you're watching a live football match, right? Wait for the away team to have a corner. And just all right. Man doesn't need religion to fight each other. Yeah, man will fight each other over football. Man will fight each other over ice. Man will fight each other over anything.
Yeah.
In London, we have a problem. People will fight over postcodes. What's your postcode? Oh, I'm E6. I'm E1. And you have a fight. All right. Man doesn't need no excuses. So don't act that it's only religion where there's conflict. No, there's conflict when people disagree everywhere. Yeah.
Nature of man.
That's it. Every war is a theatre of money and power, and religion might get thrown in the mix as the excuse. But you hear Christians today saying, "Oh, we're humble, oh kumbaya, oh we love everyone, Jesus loves you." Do you know why they say that? Because they don't have the power. And we know that because when we look when Christianity did have the power, they slaughtered everyone. I was watching Guy Fawkes last night. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Gunpowder Plot.
No.
Oh. What the Protestants did to the Catholics. I mean, in England, I watched this woman, because she harboured a priest, a Catholic priest, on the edict of King James, yeah, they were hunted, the priests, and they hung, drawn and quartered the priest. And this old woman, she hid the priest in her house, yeah? And you know what her punishment was? She was stripped, a rock was put on the floor, she was made to lay on the rock, a sheet of metal was put on her, and weights were piled on her till they crushed her. This is what happens when Christianity has control. This is why atheists have post-traumatic stress disorder, right? Because they know what Christianity did, what religion did to them in the past, and they never want to go back there. So as soon as religion is mentioned, straight away they're on it, yeah? But the reality is, Islam eradicates that nonsense. Yes.
Does it really?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
we've got two branches of Islam fighting a cold war.
All right. We have branches of African tribes fighting each other over wars.
But that's politics, right?
So is the war.
It's primarily politics.
So are these proxy wars you're referring to in the Middle East?
Yeah, that's proxy wars.
So look, I was talking about
and
Catholics
what I'll say is the jihadis always fight for Western foreign policy. They're tools of the West.
Right. What's your point? I don't get the point. You've lost me.
In Bosnia, they fought on the side of the West. In Syria, they fought on the side of the West.
Bosnia,
in Libya, they fought on the side of the West.
Sorry, in Bosnia what?
They fought on the side of the West. They were fighting the Serbians.
So who are the West? And Serbia's the West?
The West is basically Team America, isn't it? It's
so you're saying
it's the Gulf states, it's Pakistan, it's Turkey, it's Egypt, it's America, it's the US. It's
so you're
France,
saying the
it's Italy.
Bosnians were fighting for America?
They were fighting on the. They weren't fighting for America, but they were fighting the same enemy as the West was wanted them to fight.
So you're saying the Serbs were the enemy?
The Serbs were the enemy. Yeah. That's absolutely right. You're not getting on camera.
And what's the point?
The point is really it's politics, isn't it?
Yeah. Nothing to do with religion.
And
What?
Christianities aren't supposed to fight.
But my point is the
doesn't tell people to fight.
jihadis that are fighting over in the Middle East are fighting really alongside Western foreign policy, aren't they?
Well, it depends what jihadi is, because jihadis, you have jihadis.
I'm talking about Salafi jihadis who are.
Well, I wouldn't even say Salafi jihadi.
I know. That's a disputed term. And
No. Yeah, of course it is. Well, if you're saying people who do things outside of the name of outside of Islam in the name of Islam, yeah. So, you know, Christians will claim that the Crusades were nothing to do with Jesus.
But they absolutely
atheists will claim Hitler had nothing to do with Darwin.
Yes. What? That's.
Atheists will claim slavery had nothing to do with Darwin. Oh, really?
But they really.
What did Darwin say about black? Remind me what Darwin said about black people.
I know what he said about black people.
What did he say about them?
When the savage tribes are civilised, they still come together.
Now, what did he say about them? Did he say that they were a different evolutionary branch and that they'll be extinct? No?
No.
Really? You read his book, Origin of Species?
Never said that. I think it's like that. Never said that.
Really?
He's closely anti-slavery.
Christianity slavery?
And he saw slavery.
Darwin?
He went to South America,
Darwin?
he saw slavery, and he hated it.
So you're saying Darwin didn't mention black people being a sub-evolutionary chain? Really?
Darwin hated slavery.
Huh?
Darwin hated slavery. That's interesting.
Yeah. He said Darwin hated slavery. Where'd you get that from?
But I think above all, you know what a lot of us need to do and reflect upon, Christians and Muslims and Jews.
You're an atheist, aren't you?
Are you an atheist or a Christian?
Atheist.
Oh, atheist. Okay. Well, an atheist as well, right?
Hard atheist or soft
Yeah.
atheist? So you deny God exists?
Yeah, they don't believe in God at all.
You deny God exists, so?
You can't deny negative. You can't prove a negative. So you can't deny.
So you don't deny God exists? You just don't believe God exists?
You can't prove a negative.
But do you believe that there is
Well,
a
I can't see any
possibility?
reason.
Do you think there's no possibility?
So there is no
I
God.
can't see any reason for take the existence of a God seriously. I can't see any reason to take it seriously.
You can't see any reason to believe in an uncaused cause of everything that exists?
That's not God.
No.
Uncaused cause is not necessarily.
Do you believe in an uncaused cause?
I don't know what. Nobody knows why the universe exists. But look at this one. If God can just exist.
I didn't ask why, I said how.
Hold on, listen. If God can just exist uncaused, then something can exist uncaused. If something can exist uncaused, you don't need God.
No, but it's a big
No, but the
difference.
qualities of something existing uncaused are far superior to anything that we know. Would you accept if something is uncaused, it's all powerful?
No.
No, it's not.
It's just cause. It's like a spark. It might be a spark. That's all it is.
No. Something uncaused means it's always existed, isn't it?
Okay, it's eternal.
Right.
That doesn't mean anything.
So what name do you give to that?
Uncaused.
Uncaused what?
It's just something.
So it's an uncaused cause, yes?
Okay, uncaused cause.
Right, and I agree with you that the cause of the universe is an uncaused cause.
Well, maybe you don't know what it is.
Well, you just agreed with me.
But I think, I think the difference of opinion here is that you believe that the uncaused cause.
Unknown.
You believe that the uncaused.
unknown. We don't know it.
Okay,
No.
but your belief is that the uncaused cause doesn't need to be intelligent,
No.
doesn't need to, fashion or design or create, but it just does it somehow,
Just be a spark.
just with a spark.
Where did mathematics come from?
Where does God come from?
No, okay.
God just exists.
But
Shall I explain? What's your name, my friend? What's your name, my friend? Chris.
You want to believe that God can exist uncaused?
Let me explain your.
Without explanation.
Can I explain your
But at the
confusion?
same time, you don't want to think the universe can exist
Can I
uncaused.
explain your confusion?
That's a contradiction.
All right. Can I explain your confusion?
There isn't one.
I'll tell you why there is.
Yeah.
I'll explain it. You're trying to use science to understand everything. That's your problem.
Yes.
I'll explain your problem. You can laugh, and I'll explain your problem. Okay, because you're using science, the philosophy of science, to understand things, you're using the assumption of naturalism.
Okay.
That everything has a natural explanation.
Okay.
Right. So when you're asked what caused the universe, you'll say you don't know. And when you say you don't know, what you're really saying is we don't know of any natural explanation. Therefore, we'll say don't know. Right. Maybe I have faith in science for 100 years' time. They'll know. But right now you don't know because your premise is the assumption that it has to have a natural explanation. Now, the problem you have is this: we know that everything that exists, begins to exist, requires a cause, isn't it?
Okay, as far as you know.
From what we know, yeah. So, and do you accept that the universe began to exist?
Somehow,
Well,
yes.
that's true, yeah.
Somehow,
Right. And so therefore, it required a cause.
Okay.
And so this cause needs to be uncaused,
Okay. Okay.
because otherwise it requires a cause, and it requires a cause, and then you have infinite
It's
regression,
pretty weird,
and then we'll
so
never
you
have a
never know.
universe. No, you say you don't know because you don't have a natural explanation. Because there is no natural explanation.
Okay.
And something that doesn't have a natural explanation that we're not aware of, and from what we're looking at, something from nothing, life from a sterile universe, what we're looking at requires supernatural cause.
No.
Oh, can you name anything in the natural law that can cause the universe?
Supernatural is a made-up word that's meaningless.
Do you understand what supernatural means?
It's a natural thing. It's something exists.
No,
it's natural.
no. Do you know what
There's no such
supernatural?
thing
Do
as
you know what supernatural means?
It's just natural.
No. Do you know what supernatural means?
It's a made-up nonsense.
No. Do you know what it means or not?
It doesn't mean anything.
It means
it's a word
other than
thrown
natural,
around.
right? Above natural.
Basically, it means something, a phenomenon that cannot be explained by natural law.
Yeah.
All right. And there's nothing
Other
within.
words, it's nothing.
Right. Which means, so therefore, by definition, there's nothing that can, using natural law, can explain the cause of the universe. Because the natural law was created with the cause of the universe.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, that it didn't exist before the universe.
We don't
So
know.
that, so therefore,
Okay, so all you're saying is outside of this universe, this law.
no. What I'm saying
there
is
was something else.
no. What
Okay.
I'm no. What I'm
Let's say
saying
something
no.
else.
What I'm saying is there's
It's
nothing we
still
know of.
something.
That we,
It's still something.
No. What we're saying is
Supernatural
No.
is still
No,
something.
but Chris, well, the issue
No.
here is
It's
this.
still
Chris,
something.
No.
the issue here is
It's
this.
something.
Chris, listen, the issue here is this.
No. It's something.
No, hold on a second. What I'm saying is that
You want to make the God
there are
somehow
two.
exist.
No one's saying
but
that.
Chris,
No one's saying that,
Chris,
mate.
but
What we're saying is this.
But Chris, look, Hamza's point is very valid, which is that everything.
It's bad logic.
No, but hold on a second. Look,
Bad logic.
Bad logic.
Chris, if it was anything else, trust me. When we see a consistent rule happening every time, cause and effect, If it was, hold on a second. Hold on.
breaks the rule.
But Chris, hold on.
You think something
Chris,
breaks that
please,
rule.
just let me just make my point.
Once you make something
Chris,
breaks the rule,
Chris, let me make my point. If it was anything in life to convince us of an event, of its likelihood to be true, we would base that upon, what we see, what we experiment, and if we see something consistently happening,
Yes, okay, get
why
all of
is
that.
it?
I get all of that.
Why is it?
But
That,
your conclusion is
why is it?
what
No, hold
fails.
on a second. Why is it?
Your
that-
answer fails.
Please, Chris, why is it that when it comes to the question of God or creation, all of that reasoning, analysis, observation, everything is thrown out of the window? Now, the question that you need to ask yourself is this: if it wasn't God that we were talking about, and something of a material source, let's say, I don't think, honestly, humbly, I would say, you'd have any